Hello YouTube, B3 back with another kicking action figure review. Today's review is over the Forns Module Change Series Kamen Rider Meteor from Bandai. Yeah, really cool fig, really cool fig. I dig him, you know. He's pretty cool. He's the fig that will decide your fate. That's a reference, kind of his catchphrase. So, you know, screw you guys for not laughing. Anyways, let's just bloop. Check out something really cool. It's called the box. Yeah, really cool. You can show him. You can do his little meteor thing. Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, whatever. And there's a picture of the figure right there on the box. As you can see, had a very special accessory. And there he is on it, on his machine Meteor Star, which is what his bike is called. It's very, very cool. And here on the back you can see him doing lots of stuff. There he is with his Jupiter, Mars, Saturn. Saturn, ready? And you can get the freaking battle geyser, or whatever it's called. Battle dizer. And plug the Meteor Star into it. There's a big hole in its butt. You can do that. Really cool. I'll probably get the Forns from this series also. I have the Elect Forns from Figure Arts, but whatever. And then there at the bottom, you can see the other figures in this line. You got Elect States, Forns himself, several accessories, double rockets, flame, all kinds of cool stuff. And there he's doing his limit break. Really cool. And top of the box, bottom of the box, good to go. So now let's check the figure out. So here's Kamen Rider Meteor, you know, just as he is. You know, first off, we'll do some articulation. Not as good as Figure Arts, but this is a cheaper figure, so I just got this guy because he came with Machine Meteor Star, and I didn't want to pay as much for the Figure Art because he didn't come with a lot of accessories. So, you know, the head doesn't look up too terribly far. I mean, you can get him up a nice little ways, but it's not that much, and down a bit, you know, no big deal. And you got up and down in the arms here, forward and back, as you can see. Swivel, and then elbow bend, rotation in the wrists, and a bit of finger articulation also. You have the first two fingers that move, and the second two fingers move on their own also. And that's the same way on each hand. So, got that. No ab crunch or anything, but you got a waist swivel, you know, in and out, forward and back, and all this great movement on the legs. Then you got a knee bend, swivel there. And also not bad articulation in the feet either. You got side to side, up and down, and you can kind of pivot it also. It's got a decent pivot as well, so that's really cool. Just a really nice nice figure. Not bad articulation for something cheaper. Now, detail and paint are really where this figure is lacking. He's got this little hole in the top of his head. I'm not exactly sure what that's for. I'm going to be totally honest. His eyes look kind of bland. I mean, Kamen Riders have these nice vibrant eyes, and while his, you know, as a character are darker, they aren't just this flat, dark, like really dark looking purple. They're more than that. But, you know, that's what you sacrifice to save some money, right? I'm not talking about the person who made the figure, I'm talking about me. But, you know, you still get the nice starry effect in him, because he looks like he's full of stars, and you still get that effect. Really, really well done. Really well done. You can see all his joints and everything. You know, the paint on this hand isn't bad. You know, painted up silver like it's supposed to be. This is mostly flat black with a little bit of gold. You know, it was actually painted up real well, like for his character, but you know, no biggie. That doesn't really bother me. You still only have a little gold on this. This is full of color also. His belt. He has a pretty cool henshin, very disco. That's the noise he makes when he fights. But that's not bad. You know, he's got the silver on his knees and feet, and nice blue there, really nice. But you know, I mean, the blue on his head's really great, and here, like on his sash part, his shoulder looks really good too. Just very, very cool. You know, you got even some of the sparkles on the bottom of the feet, with his information and peg holes and stuff. So, you know, he's got like lots of these screws showing. But hey, you know, if you want a cheaper figure, you get a cheaper figure. I mean, you get what you pay for, and I paid like 20 bucks for this guy. And for 20 bucks, it's not bad because he also comes with Blammo! Meteor. Really, really cool. Actually, the detail's not bad on this. Not like a figure art bike or anything. And those figure art bikes are expensive, man. They are so pricey. So I'm really glad I could get him with this. This is the only rider bike I have, actually. There's the clip where you stick him into the robot. And you can roll this thing around. Really cool. You got the kickstand. I will be displaying him with this, by the way. The kickstand. You can't really turn it or anything. You can turn the figure arts bikes. This is just kind of a cheap bike, but I think they really nail it, to be honest. These are articulated. I wish they were gold right here. It's not too great. He's got these solar panels, because I'm going to kind of stick them out like that probably, so I wish they were gold there, since, you know, it's showing a lot. And then this side of the bike is full of screws. But, you know, you display this side out the most, kick it down like that, you know. It'll look good. It's got the nice blue. Front looks really nice. You have to put these on. You have to pop them in. I'm probably going to get the Module Change Series Forns, just because I don't want to buy the Figure Arts Forns. But, you know, to be totally honest, I might get the Figure Arts bike for Forns, because the bike is actually like 20 bucks for the Forns bike. I can't remember the name of his bike to kill me. I used to be able to tell you, but I haven't watched the show in a while, so whatever. But it's actually a pretty neat little accessory. Well, not little accessory, it's a big accessory, but it's really, really cool. I'm glad they threw this in with him, since, you know, he doesn't actually do much gimmick-wise in the show. Alright, now size comparison time. Here's our Module Change Series Meteor with some Kamen Rider Forns figure arts. Here on the left we have the Scorpion Zodiart villain, and here on the right, Kamen Rider Forns in his elect state. So, yeah, you know, pretty cool. Pretty cool, I have to say. I feel like he might be a little tall, though. You can't really tell as much of Scorpion, but with Forns, you can definitely tell that he's much taller than Forns. Much taller. But, you know, like in my display, I have this guy sitting on his bike. He's going to be sitting on his bike. And, you know, Forns is all posed. And, I mean, like, they look fine together when they're all posed up. But if you just have all your Kamen Riders standing up straight like this, all vanilla style, you're going to be able to tell a bit of a height difference. Now here's Meteor with some other figures. Here on the left we have the Kamen Rider Wizard, which was the rider that came after Forns and Meteor. And he's from the WAP figure line, which is the same thing as the Forn module series, except for Kamen Rider Wizard, obviously. And I think their height is much better. It's like they're mostly spot on, to be honest. Yeah, Meteor's just a smidgen taller than Wizard, so no big deal. Totally fine. And then, you know, I threw in another figure out here. This one being from Super Sentai Power Rangers. There's the Super Sentai Shinken Red from Shinkenger. Or, you know, you just call him Red Ranger, Power Ranger Samurai. But just a Power Ranger figure art, thought I'd throw him in there. You can actually get this figure art for 15 bucks. It's really, really cheap. It's like the cheapest figure art there is. But, you know, he scales all right. He's a little taller than the Red Ranger, but no biggie, no biggie. If you're a Power Ranger dude and not a Super Sentai dude, then that guy's probably like a school student anyways. I don't know. I didn't watch Samurai, to be totally honest with you. But, yeah, really, really cool. I think he scales up fine with the cheaper figures, and you can work him with the figure arts. It's not a big deal. So all in all, what are my favorite thoughts on the Forge Module Change series? Kamen Rider Meteor? Well, he's number 4, I believe, in the series. And I just wanted to go ahead and show you that he does fit on his bike. You can't really get him in like too cool of a riding pose because his legs don't come up like to sit on the little pedal things. I don't really know motorcycle lingo. But he's not really, he doesn't perfectly fit on his bike. But as you can see, he displays on it just fine. Like if you have it in a parked position, it looks really good. But really, my final thoughts on this guy? Pretty cool. Sure, he might be a little taller than figure arts, but, you know, at least you feel like you're getting a little more for your money, maybe, if you look at it that way. He does have some detail problems, but articulation's really fine. You know, that's more than a lot of domestic figures have. I mean, pulled out some of my Mattels, he's got more than them. You know, like more than a lot of my DC figures. He comes with his freaking bike, which is awesome. And just all this stuff for 20 bucks. It's really cool. This is like a $20 figure. I paid like 20 bucks for this guy, as I said. Really, really neat. So, all in all, let me give him 4 out of 5 stars. You know, if I can't compare every single, you know, rider or ranger that I have to figure arts because some lines aren't figure arts. You know, some lines are cheaper, and that's fine. Not every line has to be this super big adult collectible line. You know, kids need stuff to play with too, and this is a figure that was made for the kids. But it still fits really well in an adult collection, I think. So, yeah, that's it, you guys. 4 out of 5 stars. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. You got Facebook, Twitter. We'll follow you back on Twitter when we can. You know, they won't let us follow any more pages for some reason right now. Follow Cap or whatever it's called. But tune in for more reviews. I'll review that Scorpion you saw if you want me to. I can review Scorpion if you guys want. I can review that Red Ranger you saw if you want, the Samurai Red Ranger. I'll review him too if you want me to. I haven't reviewed either of those figures. So, yeah, you know, that's really it, you guys. As I said, rate, comment, subscribe. Check out all the links in the description below. Thank you all so much for your support, and I'll see you all later.